Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Why didn't I start with the other two games, you might ask? Well, that's because this one is the only one I thought that was actually worth recording videos on. I've been playing them recently, all three of them actually, and I played the GameCube version of the first game, the PlayStation 2 version of the second game, and now I'm playing the PC version of the third game. And this one is the best one by far, and there are many reasons for that. I'll try and go over some of them as we hop into this one, but we're mainly going to be talking about Chaos Theory, obviously. So, we've got three different modes here, and unfortunately I haven't been able to play two of them. Co-op, because I have no friends, and Versus, because I have no friends I'd rather shoot in the face. So, I've mainly been playing the solo campaign. Apparently the Versus mode in these games is really damn good, but Chaos Theory is kind of hard to get up and running properly, so that's kind of unfortunate. Notably, I was able to actually download and play this immediately on my GPD Win 2 without running into any problems whatsoever. There are a couple of weird little things with the UI that happen sometimes, but I'm playing this 720p, so it really doesn't matter that much. Maybe if you play at a higher resolution, you might run into problems, but, well, that's just a thing we'll have to deal with, won't it? So we had some extras, including a bloody movie teaser. Oh boy, that never bloody happened, now did it? I can't actually... Can I get out of this menu? I'll just use the escape key on the Win 2. So if you don't know what the Win 2 is, it's a M37Y30 little portable PC console thing. And I've been running the PC version on that. For the most part, it runs absolutely fine. There are some frame drops when the lights get intense, but personally, I haven't really been affected by it, and I'm usually the sort of person who is, so it's not a thing I have to worry about. We've got plenty of options to play with, including your display resolution, your brightness, and your contrast. I've turned the brightness up a bit, but the contrast is fine otherwise. There's lots of little options here. I've got them all on max. You could put them all down for less intense frame drops, but, well, let's just have the game looking as good as possible, because it looks really good for a 2004-ish game. You can change your controls, but I've been using the built-in controller support for this one, and it works absolutely fine, so we won't worry about that. And you've got some sound sliders, including the ability to use native languages, so you can't understand what they're saying. That's actually a pretty neat little feature, but we won't worry too much about using that. So, we can do some training videos, but let's not bother. I know how to play the game well enough. I've got 8 hours in it, so considering the fact that I've got like 8 hours in it and haven't gone halfway through the game yet is a little bit weird for someone like me, but oh well. We're just going to hit up new game here. Actually, no, we're not. Hang on. We're not going to do that. That's bad. We need to hit load game, because that's where the mission select is. There we go. So I've got 5 missions unlocked, and the one I'm going to play is the bank, because the bank is a fantastic little set of challenges that are great at showing off what Splinter Cell is. We have 3 different difficulties. I find the enemies to be difficult enough on hard, but it's nice to have the option to go easier or harder if I want to. We have cutscenes that we can watch. And we get to listen to some briefings from the characters, but we won't worry about them because they're pretty long and it'll get in the way of the game. We can choose what loadout we're going with, which is nice, because it means you can basically go in and play the game like a shooter if you want to die really quickly. I'm going to go with Redding's recommendation because there's just a nice balance of gadgets and weaponry ammo, but you can also go stealth if you want more gadgets, which is a nice little thing. There's my desktop for you right there. And here we are. This is the beginning of the level. Loading times are great, and it's the entire level loaded in one big chunk, so there's no in-between or anything like that. What I need to do is quick save frequently, though, because holy shit, have I screwed this up by not quick saving before? So here we go. There's going to be someone talking in a second. Apparently not. Okay, never mind. So, Splinter Cell, if you didn't know, is a stealth game. It is one of the more major mentions in comparison to something along the lines of, say, Metal Gear Solid, and some would say Siphon Filter. There's the talk I was thinking of. The banter. There is more banter in this level, but the overwhelming banter between characters in this game is brilliant, and we'll get to that later. So yeah, this game is usually mentioned in the same breath as games like Metal Gear Solid and Thief, and it's very easy to understand why, because it's got very fair and very dynamic stealth systems. So I've got 2 meters down in the bottom right there. The one with the 4 segments is my light meter, and the one with the lots of dots is the sound meter. And if any of those go above 0, I can be detected, so I want to be very careful about that. We do also have plenty of gadgets to help us out. My favourites are the night vision goggles, thermal goggles, and electric goggles, because they're all a thing apparently. You do also have 2 different weapons. I have the pistol out right now, and it has a really neat little secondary fire function, which is, if you fire it at a light, it'll actually disable the light. This only works for a limited time though, so I'm going to take my opportunity and get in here before the light starts to come back on again, because if it does, I will be spotted. But it's alright. I'm safe now. So, this is the fuse box. Can you guess what happens if I go up and I turn this off? All the lights are gone. Hoorah, mofos. Now, where are the guards? Okay, there's 3 of them. So someone's probably going to come over and try and get the lights back on. So I'm going to saunter over here, because these guards aren't completely brain dead. If they touch you or get too close to you, even in 0 light, they will notice you. However, you can also come up behind them and have a little bit of fun. I can talk to this guy. The banter in these games is really, really well written. Also, I don't know exactly what that was because I don't have my sound on, but the game will actually give you useful info if you interrogate dudes like door codes, a number of troops, or you can just slice them with a knife. That works too. They will actually notice that their mates are missing if you give them the opportunity. You do not want to let them see their mates missing. The guards aren't stupid. If they notice their mates are missing, they'll do things like pull out flares, they'll start looking around for you, they'll get nervous, but they won't be like the guards in Pandora Tomorrow, which will automatically set off an alarm within 0.5 seconds of a bullet whizzing by their head because you missed the shot. That is actually a thing that happens in Pandora Tomorrow. It's really goddamn frustrating. And in this game, the guards they aren't stupid. They're not likely to do really stupid shit like that. So, you know, hooray. I'm just going to get this guy out of the way. Now, I've got multiple ways to get into the bank here. I can go in via the door on the right, or I can storm the front. If I storm the front, I'll probably be seen, because there is actually a camera there. That camera has caught me off guard more times than anything. But I could also go around the side and go in the Mission Impossible way, which I will actually do, because I like being able to do that. So yeah, that's your pistol. That's one of your... I should probably crouch walk, because that makes less noise. There is actually a guy inside, and if he hears me, he will come out and investigate. So Yeah, let's just take this as quietly as possible just to be safe. Turn off these, I don't need them anymore. Disable this light. And disable this camera. You can tell whether it's working because you can hear the noises coming out of the camera, and you can also see that the light on the pistol goes green. So I did go to the effort of stabbing all those dudes, but if you want to play this game entirely... I've got to get out from under the ladder. There we go. If you want to play this game entirely 100% non-lethal, you absolutely can. This is absolutely the most amusing way to get in for more than one reason. I don't think there's actually a guard around here. Someone tells you that there is a guard on the roof. That might be... I'm just going to break this lock. It makes noise, but there's nobody up here. Again, I love the banter. The writing quality in this game is magnificent. And there are so many opportunities in this level alone for some reason to demonstrate them. I'm not entirely sure why. Gotta completely miss the attempt to get the laser emitter there. Because I need to do it to get the... There we go. Get out of that real quick. Have a word with this computer. And shut off the laser grid. Perfect. So I actually have multiple objectives I can do on each level. There are multiple that are mandatory, but there are also optional objectives. However, certain optional objectives, if you don't do them, will actually come back to haunt you in the next level. This isn't actually something that happened to me, because I bothered to go and do all my work, but... Sorry, guy. I actually bothered to go and do all my work, but in this case, I'm going to choose not to, because it means doing stuff like going through the door here, and those doors shut behind you, and you have to walk out the front door if you do, so I'm not going to show off that part of the level. We're just going to head straight inside. However, if I remember correctly, there is actually a guard in this area who'll pop his head out at the worst imaginable times. So I'm just going to shut this light off temporarily so that I have the opportunity to get in here and find him before he does anything to arouse suspicion. Oh, no guard. That's a... Whoop. There he is at the door. That's not great. Come on, camera, work with me, please. Get off the wall. Grab him. Hi. Damn it, I got spotted. What? Oh well. Thankfully in this game, oh, that's what saw me. Okay. Fucking cameras, man. They'll be the death of me. Alright, so now we've got that taken care of, we can head out into the main hallway. Switch that object so this hallway's in darkness. So our main objective this time around is to find 3 officers' quarters and get the little panels in them. Because the little panels will let us go into the vault to steal what we need from the vault. And I know for a fact that the way to find 2 of them is up the stairs here. So we can go and do that. You've already seen a few of things, but let's go and show off a couple more extra gadgets. For example, this is the sticky shotgun. It's a taser. Cool, so that's not an instant death. I do also have remote control cameras, which also let out disruptive noises and gas. I can also come over here to hack the computer, which I'm going to do just for demonstration purposes. And if I do that, I can actually hack it to get access to a security 671020 or 30, or 194 6710. This one. Cool. Upload a fake email. That's for the other objective that they want me to do, but that's not mandatory on this mission, so we can just ignore that. But that's a little bit of a demonstration of how to hack computers. Hacking in this game is a bit weird. You'd imagine you need to do a little bit more than find an IP address, but oh well, I've heard worse. There's another guard here. Where is his ass? Need to get out of the light, because I know that he's coming. Yep, there he is. Let's take his mate nice and quietly over here, put him down. And we'll tase this guy too. Good night, sunshine. You get a lot of gadgets, you have a fair amount of options in which way you want to go to tackle each mission, and it all works really well. You never feel like you've been unfairly spotted in this game, thanks to the 2 meters down in the bottom right, and you have all the tools you need. You can do all sorts of neat things. I have a flash grenade, for example. Let's use it. But we need to wait for this guy to go and get into there first. Once he sits down, he won't be able to see me approach. Yes, I have played this level a few times already. I know it pretty much like the back of my hand, but at the same time, I still got spotted by that damn camera, so I don't. But yes, the actual stealth in this game is absolutely fair. The guards aren't retarded, but they aren't unpredictable. The good usage of your 2 meters down in the bottom right is exactly how you would expect it to work. Right, I didn't actually interrogate the 2 guys back there, so I need to hack this. So it was a 40 on the 3rd number. $67, yep, that's got to be it. Cool, open the door. Throw that, turn away. That's one way to do it. Anything interesting on this computer? Just cameras and the ability to turn the fan off, which is a little bizarre. To be fair, I didn't even really need to do that. Oh yeah, there's one of the best parts. So, there are 2 things I like about the cutscenes and just in general the game themselves. They have this tendency to both have these really funny little satirical news stories, and they also have a lot of foreshadowing going on. They've got, they've mentioned in this game specifically that there's been some problems with the International Space Station, and there is a lot of talk about the International Space Station in this game, so I'm imagining the International Space Station is going to come into this at some point. which is a neat thing. 30 for the last number, 20 for the second last, 60, 68, 20, 30. 194, 68, 20, 30. Got it. I'm going to quick save. Oh, I remember this room. There you are. Almost, but no cigar for you, I'm afraid. So much easier when you were able to shoot those damn things. We could get onto that computer there if we wanted to, but I don't see the need. It shouldn't break the lock. I should take out the light so that the camera doesn't actually see me. There we go. Thankfully, it's not one of those cameras that can see in the fucking dark. Those are annoying. Simple lock picking, just by moving the stick around to the right places and holding it there. Easy done. This will be the second Vault Officers panel, which is over on the other side. No cameras in this room by the looks of it, so we'll just wander along slowly. Enable the access. 2 down, 1 more to authorize from the Treasurer's office. Cool. So we got to go down there. Guess what? I've played this level before. There's a trooper. Never as easy as it sounds, is it? So let's see, what other gadgets do I have? We'll use the sticky shocker again. Why not? Actually, no. What am I doing? Actually, I can use the sticky camera. Let's do that. Launch it out there. Alternate fire. Hey, buddy, over here. Come on. Come here. You can see me just up there. Clear as fucking day, but sure. Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. Okay. Didn't set off any alarms, thank God. Unfortunately, I could have interrogated him for the door code up here, but there is a reason why I don't really need it. That's because I can hack it, but still. We'll just move up here nice and slowly. We'll just hack this real quick. 191. These are random every time, by the way. 191, come on. 69, 20. Gotcha. Open this door slowly. Nope, they have seen me. That's going to be another alarm. Sure is. And they are taking shots at me. Brilliant. Cool. While they're distracted, I can enter this crawl space. Yep, there is a lot of different ways you can go about things. This is just one of them. Isn't there a camera in this room? No, I don't think there actually is. Okay. Making a little bit too much noise, but there. I've got my 3 authorizations, and now I need to go and get outside. However, there is actually a way I can go about this. Use the optic cable. We can see where they are. They're right outside the door. Are they actually going to try and enter this door? All 4 of them? That would be quite bad. Don't think they are. I'm guessing I can just wait here until they are all looking in a different direction, then I can just open the door. Cool. Now if I back up, turn my NVGs on, my thermals on, I should say. Now, the vaults that we're looking for is right there. This guy knows this door isn't supposed to be open, so I should stay in the back corner. We'll give him the We'll give him the sticky shocker treatment. Now, where's his mates? One over there, heading back in. One here spotted that the door's not right. Dead. Dead. Now, where's his last buddy? That's 3 of them. There's 4 here. I'm guessing he either ran away or just walked back into another part of the building. Alright, whatever. We don't need to be here anymore. We can just wander straight into this area. Sure, but first I need to hit up this computer. As I said, the bands. The bands are brilliant. The voice acting is actually really good in this game. Even the guards. Like, back in Mandora Tomorrow, I don't know the people they hired to do the voice acting, but they are bad for some reason. It makes the entire game feel really cheap. In comparison to this game, where the dialogue is written really well, and all the voice actors match up to it, and it all does really well for something that's basically just your basic Hollywood spy thriller. I just gotta wait for a little bit. I don't actually have my sound on, so I can't hear the ticks, but if I give it like a few seconds between each. There we go. But yeah, the dialogue, the voice acting, especially Michael Ironside as Sam. As someone who never played the original Splinter Cell games before this, I wasn't able to understand why Michael Ironside was so heavily loved by everybody. But after having played all of these games, now I can understand why. Especially in Chaos Theory, because holy crap, Michael Ironside is a really good Sam Fisher. A gruff, next to no-nonsense super spy. He does that role so well. And I love it to bits. He's really, really good at it. He's massively good at it. I was wondering where that 4th guy is. Alright, never mind. Let's go. Alright, so activate the sprinklers, turn off the lights, and open the cage. Very good. So that means we can steal everything. Oh, that one gets me every time. Yeah, voice acting is great. The actual plot is like nothing. It's just like, you know, some bad guys are trying to take over the world using either some really advanced technology or just, you know, super spy shit. So, yeah, it's not anything in particular that's like massively over the top, but it does the job well enough. And it gives you an excuse to go to a lot of different places, and that's generally how it's been in the last couple of Splinter Cell games, and that's how it's going now. And that's absolutely fine. Gameplay makes up for the, not so much a lack of story, but a lack of really meaningful story, and I am absolutely fine with that. The stealth gameplay is excellent. You get a lot of tools to play around in the sandbox. You have a lot of different ways of going about things. You can go entirely lethally or non-lethally. They will actually reward you in this one specifically for... They will actually reward you in this one specifically for getting through missions without killing anybody with a mission rating, but it's like not really that important. We're actually going to head around the front because, well, we can actually exit through the front this time. We won't have to worry about a door locking behind us, which is all well and good. I don't really have to worry about going slowly here. I killed this guy. But yeah, you get a lot of tools to play with. The levels are big, expansive, and give you a lot of different ways to go about things. And it is an absolute... Oh. Damn it. Alright, gonna have to find another way out. Thankfully, we've got one. We can just head straight back up the way we came. No fuss, no muss. But yeah, the guards are fair. The gadgets are many and very useful. And the light and sound meters make sure that you're never unfairly detected. It's really well balanced. I'm having a ton of fun with it. And it's making me want to go back and check out the other games on PC because, well, considering the console versions weren't particularly great, I wonder if the PC versions were any better. Yeah, this is some good shit. Like, there are some callbacks to the original, like, stories of Splinter Cell and Pandora Tomorrow. But if you just want to jump to Chaos Theory because it's just an absolutely fantastic stealth game in general, then I'd fully recommend it. And you can get it really cheap on Steam and it will run on pretty much anything, as can be told via the fact that I'm playing this on a GPD Win 2 and not having very many problems whatsoever. It looks great for a era-relevant game. It has a lot of little details to it. The light and shadow is really well done for a game of this era. And it, as I said before, has some fantastic voice acting and just general good atmosphere. So, yeah, I killed everybody, but it was worth it. Here's my statistics. 32%. Worse than I did before, but, well, I got through that a lot faster than I did my previous take, which failed because I didn't have proper audio. But, yeah, there you go. That was a look at Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. At least the single-player part of it. It looks, sounds, plays, and just is very good. Like, I am enjoying it immensely. It is a fantastic stealth game. Splinter Cell, the original, felt like a good concept not given enough time to shine. Pandora Tomorrow felt like a weird cash grab with lots of weird shit, like the enemy AI being practically psychic and bodies needing to be in very, very specific corners, otherwise they'd be discovered, and there was an absolutely terrible bonus level on the GameCube and PS2 that I never want to play again. But Chaos Theory feels like everything they were trying to do, wrapped up, polished, and just made a mirror sheen, and I love the hell out of it. I'm looking forward to actually finishing it. So, and hopefully I might be able to get the bloody versus mode running someday, because it actually, considering how well the solo mode plays, hearing that the versus might be even better is actually a really good sign. So there you go. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.